Congratulating you, Mr. Vadra, on your wife's superb electoral debut. She's currently leading by over 4 lakh votes in Wayanad. That margin could perhaps go up, as the counting, of course, continues. What do you make of this Wayanad result for her electoral debut?
I congratulate the people of Wayanad, and I am thankful to them. I am indebted to them that that they've all come out and they voted, for Priyanka, and I think they have a lot of love and affection, which I see happening all around the country for the family. And Priyanka has worked very hard, and I'm very happy that this time she was campaigning for herself.
Yes.
And I think she's seeing the benefits of all the hard work that she's done for years together. And I'm thankful to the people of Wayanad to give her a record-breaking victory.
Absolutely. Are you also confident that she will be an effective voice in Parliament? It's the first time, of course, she's going to be in Parliament as a people's representative. She's just gone there, of course, earlier to support her mother Sonia Gandhi and of course her brother Rahul Gandhi when they were sworn in or when they were speaking on important issues. Now she will be there as a public representative. Are you confident that she will raise issues effectively in Parliament as an opposition voice?
Yes, she's my wife for sure, and I know that she definitely raises all issues for sure. And for the people, for sure, she will. She's learnt a lot from her grandmother to her father, her mother, and Rahul as well. And she's worked and campaigned for all the leaders in the Congress party. And she's really been, on the ground with people in difficult times. And when she was in Lakhimpur Kheri, I remember her going there late night, and the administration were very roughed her up, but she fought her way through. She met the grieving families, and then she was arrested too. At that same time, a lot of other leaders were dropped out, and she still remained arrested. And I think all her experience is going to talk, for herself. As in, she'll be there. She will definitely speak on the real issues of the country. She will ask the questions that the people of the country would like her to ask, and her experience will help her a whole lot being in Parliament. And I'm very proud of this moment.
Yes. Now, you also campaigned on ground in Wayanad. You spoke to numerous people on ground there, of course, during this election. What has made Wayanad such a bastion for the Congress party? What's the sense you've got on ground? And now also for the Gandhi family, interestingly, because they've elected Rahul twice and Priyanka as well this time around.
I think, honestly speaking, that whichever part of the country that I've been with Rahul and Priyanka, and I've campaigned myself, or I have a way of doing my own charity and own public works, through my spiritual tours and various other, modes I use to meet people. And I feel that the people of the country, they definitely trust Rahul and Priyanka because whatever, if they make any promises, they always deliver. And I feel that when they saw Rahul walk all the way from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, they realized the efforts that he was making. And it was not political efforts. It's only to meet the people and understand what's happening on the ground and understand, we have a diverse nation, and to meet people and make that effort, people really respected that. And I feel that also they've seen Priyanka, for years together, decades together, be there for the people. And they've seen, no matter since the BJP came, that how they put in a lot of pressures in various ways. They've misused situations of the agencies and various other ways. So collectively, I think any part of the country, people do see, they empathize, they sympathize, they love, they have a lot of affection, and they have a lot of hope and expectation that, this is a family that always does unconditionally will be working for the people, and they're always secular in their ways. So, I mean, all of this put together, that I think when I spoke to people in Wayanad and I spoke to people otherwise, they're overwhelmed that Priyanka is going to be representing them in Parliament.
Yes, but Priyanka Gandhi Vadra could have contested from anywhere across the country. I have to ask you that question. Why particularly Wayanad? She could have contested from UP, where she has been, of course, the General Secretary in charge for the party. She could have contested from any other seat across the country. Why in particular was Wayanad chosen, and why was this moment chosen in 24?
I think it's very clear that, I mean, Rahul is already in the, in UP, right? And to be in the South for Priyanka would be good for the Congress party and for understanding what is required in the South, and, where you don't need two people in the same state as in UP, right? Mm-hmm. And if it's left to me, I'll go to further north to understand what's happening in the whole, and create a dynamic throughout the country, that what's happening, in the country and what the needs are. So I think it's a very positive sign that for Priyanka to be in the South and Rahul to be in UP, and, and we get a perspective of what's happening around the country and what is the need of the people of different states.
Okay. Now, of course, your wife has made a winning electoral debut, and that too, of course, as I said earlier, by a very comfortable margin. I have to ask you as well, Robert Vadra, you also do a lot of social work on ground in multiple parts of the country, and of course, you've campaigned extensively, as you were just telling us. You have your own way of connecting with people. Would you also want to make an electoral debut in the near future? Any particular state you have in mind as well, or any particular time for that debut?
I always, stayed away from politics, away from media, such, for a very long time. But I think in the last decade, I did campaign for my family since '99, and whenever they required me, I was part of it. If the family was all involved, I thought, I should also be there, and obviously they included me in everything. But in the last 10 years, I think I've had to handle politics myself. Nobody let me stay as a businessman. I'm a politician by default. I've had to just deal with people and answer and live my life as a politician, if you may, and also having to, be my business to be assessed, reassessed by all, income tax departments, have agencies coming into my life and, upturning everything, dealing with raids, and every time it would happen at a particular time of elections in a state, or to digress real issues. And I've had to deal with politics and answer in a political format and ways. But I've always by default worked around with people around the nation. And, I did it from when I was a child because we had a big establishment in Moradabad, and my father used to make me go and see what was happening on ground. So I'm a people's person. I happen to be with understanding and learning from people and our diverse nation, and, through a spiritual way, through a business way, through my sports way, doing in a different way of sports work. So, and I feel that, going through the ED, people really viewed me that what was going to be the outcome of that. Mm-hmm. And, with going 15 times to the Enforcement Directorate, giving 23,000 documents of mine, and being harassed to a different scale, but nothing undue came out of it, nothing incorrect came out of it. So I think people look at me as an entity that has dealt with a lot, who does a lot for the people, and who would make a good politician. But I've always, when somebody asked me that question, I always said, I would like to see Priyanka in Parliament. That's her place. Not only for campaigning, not only going for issues or anything like that. And I always kept wanting her to get into politics, so in Parliament. And I'm really happy that today she's going to be, in Parliament,
Yes.
where she belongs, asking the questions, and things like that. And my time will come if the people want, and if the Congress feels that I can make a difference as well, and with the blessings of my family.
Okay, okay, but you're open to it, as you said. My final question to you on your take on Maharashtra and Jharkhand. What do you make of the results there? Jharkhand, of course, seeing the India Alliance come back to power once again. The Congress and JMM has won there. Interestingly, that's a state also where the Chief Minister was arrested. He came out of jail. He's back, of course, in the CM's chair now, and the people have re-elected him. So perhaps some sympathy for him also being looked at as one of the factors there for what the agencies did to him. But Maharashtra, big disappointment for the Congress and the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi. It's a rout for them, Mr. Vadra. What do you make of Maharashtra and Jharkhand verdict?
It's all a learning experience. You lose some, you win some. But we have to think of what the people want and respect that. And, if they've chosen a certain government in a state, we should let that run. We should let that do that term. I mean, not we. I mean, don't harass the CM with agencies and, and those cases will come up and then they disappear when, it's not required. With Maharashtra, I think definitely it's a surprise, like what happened in Haryana. Again, Maharashtra was quite a surprise. But when I meet people, and my experience through them is like, why are they always doubting, the EVMs or, many other methods, that, should be looked into where they doubt the election methods and forms and stuff like that. So, but then you will say, what about Jharkhand? But I would only say that we have to look at winning and losing, and we have to look at working harder. The cadre needs to go down on the ground and understand what is required and strengthen themselves for the future. And in that interim, they should try and help that the people of Maharashtra, all parties should be above line to try and work for that state for progress and stay secular. And what the real issues are, really look into that and, think about that state.
Okay. My final question to you, what about your kids? Are they interested in politics at all? We did see Rehan in a video recently featured along with Rahul Gandhi. He was, I think, teaching him, about how labor works, etc. Many were looking at that as a possible soft launch or entry for him into politics in the future. Are they interested in politics at all, your children?
We don't have a choice. We learn everything by, by default, my children and myself, because we are not really in politics. But, the undulations in our life are so extreme that, they don't know whether their father would be arrested, or they see how their nani at her age is going to the enforcement director for interrogations, and they see her mother being arrested, and so they worry whichever part of the world they're studying in, but they worry about this. So they are interested in politics. They will learn, they do learn by all these circumstances, but right now this is their time to study. This is their time to develop themselves. And like any festival comes, Rahul must have included him in something, or he tries to teach him what he learns himself as well. So I see Raihan is interested, or Mirai is interested, but this is not their time for that. This is their time to study and develop their lives, and in the near future, we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Robert Vadra, for speaking with Newsx on the results, and congratulations on your wife's victory in Wayanad. Let me quickly now play out for our